Welcome to you all, young minds, to Social Sciences class, Unit 12, the world during World War. The world during World Wars is a main concept we are coming across. Subtopic: the impact of Great Economic Depression upon Germany or Weimar Republic. We have to call it. Wasn't Germany after World War One. Germany got renamed according to Treaty of Versailles as Weimar Republic. Weimar Republic. So, for understanding about Germany, but it is called Weimar Republic, right? Yeah. Sorry, children, right. Now we are going to see about that. We all know, according to Treaty of Versailles, according to the economic restrictions imposed upon Germany, Germany was made cause for World War One, and it was forced by Allied powers that it have to pay all the compensation for World War One. That means whatever the losses the world this Allied powers meant because of World War One, all that should be repaid by Germany. Got it? War indemnity. Got it? War indemnity was imposed upon Germany. Right. So, Germany, in that hasty of paying back that money, what was prescribed by Allied forces according to Treaty of Versailles, was in hasty in printing the currency more and more. Currency, more and more it started printing, because if they don't pay that war indemnity, surely there are military troops of Allied forces standing at Rhine Valley. So they may occupy once again Weimar Republic. In that worry and hurry, it started printing currency, leaps and bounds. Got it? Huge quantity of currency it started printing. And when currency gets printed in more and more, automatically it loses its value, because every stray dog will have bundles of notes. Got it? So that's what happened in Weimar Republic when Great Economic Depression occurred. Already it had to face the problem that thing created by Treaty of Versailles, and apart from that, Great Economic Depression. It is something pain to the penury, right? So here what happened? Germany started printing currency, currency lost its value. When currency loses its value, inflation occurs. What is inflation? We have to understand. Inflation, a word, important word in economics. Inflation. Inflation is an important word that you come across in economics generally. Inflation is increase of prices of the essential commodities that we use day to day, that we use in our day-to-day life. But it increase in the prices of them. When it happens, when the currency of a country loses its value, when a currency of a country loses its value, and the prices will be increasing, and automatically that leads to inflation. Got it? So inflation quite commonly we come across even in India also. That is, when inflation won't cross double digit, it is healthy. But when it crosses double digit, it will be very harmful to the people, because they can't sustain. Most of the people who are poor, they will be dying because of hunger. Got it? They can't purchase the goods available in the market. So here, excessive publishing, printing of money or currency started giving huge currency to people also. So everyone have money. For example, if someone have 100 rupees, one have 50 rupees, one have 20 rupees. If the product cost is something 50 rupees or 100 rupees, the fellow who is having 100 can buy. But everyone is having 100 now. What if I have to fix 1000 rupees, 1000 ready? So even the value of the goods also will be increasing. The price will be increasing. So who can pay that much will pay. See, certain thing is said in the book, textbook, or written in the books, history books. People used to carry currency in carts, bullock carts. What for? To buy a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread means this much bread, which can be made into pieces. We can slot out into pieces. To buy this much of bread to fill their hunger-stricken belly, people used to carry money in carts. That much money is available to the people, but the resource is not available. Required material is not available. And on the other hand, the industrial aspects, industrial production when compared to 1929 before Great Economic Depression, 100 goods are produced, you think. Now only 40% production is happening. 40 goods are getting produced during once the Great Economic Depression started. Almost 6 million people lost their employment, or 60 lakhs of people lost their employment. Even those who are having employment, who are engaged in that industrial activity, those people are paid very low wages, who are producing that 40 goods instead of 100 goods which they produced before 1929. But only production dropped to 40%. That is now only 40 goods they are producing instead of 100 goods which they made in 1929. 60% of people have to go away who are engaged in that industrial activity or some other activity. Only required people will be there. So those people who are there working in industries and factories, they got only low wages. And businessmen and self-employed people who don't depend upon the governments, they were in a fear or in a despair. Despair means feeling what we can call pessimistic. They turn pessimistic because they may fall in to that extent they may fall in pauperization. Got it? And the employed people or retired people who are other middle class employees, they plan themselves their economy and they save something in the banks. Even that amounts got exhausted very soon. Why? Because the prices of the commodities increased. This thing brought the life into turbulence in Germany. And coming to the farming community, already I said, agricultural products lost their value by 60%. 100 rupees they spent, 40 rupees they have to sell the product. Pauperization, they fell into the pauperization. Got it? So these people were seen to hunger-stricken belly. Mothers can't feed their babies there. They can't fill their bellies. At the same time, they can't fill their bellies of their babies. So at this juncture, people were looking like something miraculous should happen. They're looking to the sky to the God, praying to God, do something miracle. Because the respective governments which came to power, they did not show any interest in promoting economic status of Germany. Instead of that, they resorted to the negative aspects like printing more currency. So they were looking for an able leadership. Got it? This is the time where Mr. Hitler got an opportunity. Adolf Hitler, or Rudolf Hitler, according to German language, or Adolf Hitler, according to English, got an opportunity to prove himself. Who is this man Hitler? Basically, is man from Austria. Parents hail from Austria, got settled in Prussia, one of the history, what we can call, at the time, Prussia it was, Germany, 1870 it got united. So, basically, he is aborigine of Austria. At a very tender age, he lost all the family members, mother, father, by the age of 10, slowly sister, brother. So, he used to earn money by drawing pictures on the road and so on. And even he was guided, later in course of time, he was guided by a scholar or a great personality called Nietzsche. According to that teachings of Nietzsche, preachings of Nietzsche, he strongly developed patriotism and towards his motherland, Germany. Of course, he took birth somewhere, but settled down in Germany. He strongly believed that Germany is his motherland. And another auspicious teaching of Nietzsche, Nietzsche, Nietzsche. So this gentleman started developing political ideas. So he joined a Social Workers Democratic Party, Social Workers Party, which is having just 7 members. Soon he renamed it as Nazi Party, and he made a symbol, swastika. What is the symbol? Swastika, which we see in the hand of Lord Ganesha. Many of you feel surprised. The Germans are the people who are better at Sanskrit than we people. Germans are far better at Sanskrit than we people. Why? Because many scripts of India are there with those people, and they believe they are Aryans. Aryans are mostly, we come into Aryans and Dravidian aspect related to India in some other part, right? Aryans, they name themselves. Even Hitler want to build that Aryan supremacy. Nordic race, in English they are called, Aryans are called Nordic race. So, and he believed strongly in the supremacy of Nordic race or Aryans, and he started carrying his activity in a big way, being a good orator. And he first and foremost found fault with the Treaty of Versailles, what sort of injustice was done to Germany, and a Germany which was very powerful before World War I, how they got bisected or dissected and are segregated Germany into pieces, and they captured different domains of Germany, United Germany, and made it as a Weimar Republic, as we felt it as an humiliation done, changing the name. So I'm SVP. Someone comes and says that you are not SVP, you are previous year after, you have to follow that. It is painful to me or not, either you. So the same happened. Sheer humiliation. Someone comes and changes your name. Can we accept that? No. You have to speak this language, they say, not your mother tongue. Can we accept? It's taking away our freedom. Every human being is born free. So this is what happened. This is what a thing got advocate, orator, great speaking skills. You see, all these people who have this extremity of feeling related to their language, region, religion, or motherland, they are their race, caste, creed, got it, or gender. They are great speakers. They will be studying the different aspects, and they will be identifying what are the odds that made them, their particular race or group, to be inferior. And they bank on that, and they promote those things only, how they were made to be backed, or how they were meeting injustice, and they gather unity, they gather the support of huge masses. And with the crystal clear examples they will be mentioning, and they will be nothing but facts, which common people don't know. Even they know they are not fond of that, but once these people start speaking, they will be falling in love with the topics. That is the ability of an orator. That is the ability of an orator. Being an orator, this gentleman started carrying his campaign and around the country. Soon thousands of youngsters started joining this political party. And that political party now started giving armor training also to the younger ones. Got it? So in 1923 he attempted for a coup, COUP coup, who Mr. Hitler. And when he attempted for a coup, automatically the government's military was very powerful, and they suppressed that group, and he was put in a prison. And being in prison, he started writing letters to his party men, Nazi party men. Nazi party men started getting letters from Hitler, who was in prison. Why he started writing? To see that their spirit should not fall down. They have to be, their hopes should be rise high. So for that purpose, he started writing letters. That letters all they compiled into a book. They named it as Make Him, My Voice of Hitler. So it is like a Bible, what a holy Bible, Janda Vesta, Bible to Christians, or Apocrypha to Jews, or Janda Vesta to those people, Parsis, Persians. So these things, this Mein Kampf also became very holy book for that followers of Hitler. And soon Hitler started getting good support. But his party at the initial stage, when it contested in 1928 elections to the Reichstag is the lower house of the day. Now it's called Bundestag. Lower house of Germany right now. Reichstag at the time of Hitler, lower house. Only 2%, 2.7% something he was able to gain. By 1932 elections, his party got 32% of votes in elections, and he became Prime Minister of that particular country. Got it? And Prime Minister is nothing but Chancellor. They call Chancellor. Got it? And by 1933, he took all the powers by going through, by carrying a plebiscite and making an act called Enabling Act on 23rd March 1933. So what he did, how did he come, what are the principles of his Nazi party, how they are similar with the fascist party of Italy, which was floated by Mr. Mussolini, Benito Mussolini, how Benito Mussolini and Hitler are contemporaries. But anti-Comintern pact, these all things will be coming across in the next video. So Hitler, how he got benefited from the Western powers, and which is quoted as appeasing Hitler. These all things we are going to come across in the next video. Thank you for your good support. See you all in minds, and appeal from my side now. That please read the topics mentioned in boxes in the book. If any doubt, further clarification, you may call and make your query with a positive note, because I am finding here and there someone want to display their mischief. See, they want to become teachers of teachers. I don't want to encourage such vested interest aspects. If anything genuine is there, surely it will be attended, addressed very, very immediately, right? Thank you.